What's going on? Base Shogun here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class DEVCON. This is a fairly new release. I just picked it up today at GameStop along with Beachcomber and Paradise Parakeet while I was there. Man, this Legacy line is getting crazy with all the characters from different series they're bringing in. But you know what? Some of it's really cool, guys. So, if you're looking for more collector content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. I should probably say this is a retool of Blur, but even though it is a retool, somewhat heavily retooled product at that, I will, of course, let it stand on its own 2 feet. So, let's take a quick look at the packaging here. The Legacy Evolution does really do a good job of the bright, colorful packaging and awesome artwork there. Well, his Evo Fusion is that his cannons can snap into his arm. Really going above and beyond with that. All right, guys, enough of that, and let's get right into the review. It's good to see they have it locked up tighter than Fort Knox, except you can just pull the figure's head out through the big hole in the box. But nevertheless, here he is, and we have blue, red, and some gray going on with a hint of silver so far. I do really like the red and blue. It almost reminds me of like a Cyclone Popsicle or something like that. And here he is, fresh out of the packaging there. Everything's looking pretty good. I don't see any major paint scuffs or anything. That's always a good sign. And I'm overall enjoying the aesthetic of this figure. And it looks like it's going to be kind of fun to transform too. All right, let's take a look at his weapon. And there his weapon is, guys. It does come in 3 parts. And they make it pretty easy to figure out which one is supposed to go with which. I just looked at the box, and this cavity should be visible there like that. And there we go. Overall, I do think it is a cool looking blaster, 100%. And yeah, I'm digging it so far. What more can I say? Hope that's focused there. And as you can see, I do think you can get this guy in some really good looking poses there on display. And let's just take a quick look at articulation. He does have a very good range of motion there. The fists maybe? Yeah, the fists do not swivel, so just keep that in mind. Or mine are extremely tight. I got a shoulder bend there. Elbow rotation, same for the other side, the old 360. For leg movements, he can, go about up to there. And if you want higher, you could disengage the backpack to get kind of a regular range of motion on the leg there. With a knee bend, we have a thigh swivel up here, which that's kind of unique, the way they did that there. No knee swivel, though. And his feet have a very limited ankle rock, which I do like. I'm not a huge fan of rocking the ankles too much. I do hope this isn't like the Soundwave plastic that goes gray eventually. And just with the lighting source I'm using, it is giving it more of a yellowed look. It is perfectly gray in person. And just in case I forgot to mention, he does have a torso twist, as you can see there. And he can look left to right, but your amount of up and down head movement is extremely limited. Now, having said that, so far I am really liking this guy. I think he looks pretty awesome, actually. And you know what? His retool like this, I'm enjoying the figure and the colors a lot more than Blur. Okay, guys, let's get him transformed, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts. But before we do that, sorry, I lied. Here's a little scale comparison for what you're getting. So I do think it is interesting. He is quite a bit larger there than Paradise Parakeet and Beachcomber. These are both deluxe classes as well, so if technically you wanted to stretch your dollar further for the amount of plastic. Overall, right now, if I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna have to go with DEVCON. However, the rubber tires on this guy are absolutely epic, and I love Paradise Parakeet. To get this guy transformed, first off, we can pull down on his fists there. That's gonna reveal these thruster ports here. And once you twist those up, you can safely snap them back into place right there. Okay, now flip it around. We can untab his backpack and just get it ready there. After doing that, we can raise up these arms, disconnect his calves here, and then after we have done that, these are just gonna go to the back kind of like this. There we are. And just in case I did do it too fast, this is what the back of your figure should be looking like. So next, all we're gonna do is fold his legs into himself there, and then these will line up and snap together. We are doing awesome, and we're almost there. All right, turn him around to the back, and we can snap his legs back closed just like that. And this is going a little bit out of step with the instructions, but I'd recommend lifting this up now, and then you can tab in these red parts into his back right there. And while we're back here, give the arms a twist, and you can see it will tab in right there, so the fin is at an angle. And it's definitely not the most satisfying or tight feeling peg in, but hey, that's all right. And to finish him off here, we can bring up that part. It is gonna peg into the top of his shoulders there. And finally, the chest plate brings it all together. And for the main touches here, his blaster can snap on the bottom, and then on the back, you can take his energy tanks or jet packs, and you can put them right here. And there we go, guys. And you know what? I do think, you know, I'm not crazy about, this is clearly an arm here, but you know what? There's enough ports. You could peg in different guns, different armor pieces from different sets. So yeah, I think this is super cool. And here you see him in his spaceship alt mode here. I do think it is a fairly nice looking spaceship, and though it's mostly blue, it's done in a way that the red and the silver really look good where they are. Some things I don't like about this mode would be, you know, these kind of look like just arms stuck into the thing there, because that's what they are. But overall, this is a pretty dang cool looking alt mode and a pretty cool figure, especially for the price so far. Okay, so we've looked at his robot mode, his alt mode. Now it's time for my final review. All right, guys, here's the final review part of the video. So I really do kind of like this guy for what he is, of course. I do like the fact that there's so many ports there. And, you know, just while I was fiddling with him, you can put these anywhere for kind of a different aesthetic there. He would go really well with maybe Cog, the weaponizer, just to make some cool ships. And yeah, so that covers that very impressive, I think, but simple alt mode. And for his robot mode here, it is very nice. I do like this more than Blur, even though it is technically just a heavy retool of the same figure. The red is really, really good. And you know what? The amount of ports on here, rock stars from the community like Botbender or Oranji are gonna have a simply amazing time turning this guy into some weird combiner limb or a torso or tricking out the spaceship. I don't remember what a deluxe is, but it's very affordable, especially even if you get little drops in price to $4, kind of kicks it into the 20s, I think. So yeah, I'm actually digging this guy a lot more than I thought I would. You know what? I'm gonna give this guy an 8. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I do like him for what he is. Price is pretty good for what you get. He is a pretty good size deluxe here, especially when compared with Beachcomber there. And between the two, again, he is definitely number one by a mile, in my opinion. So guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I can recommend you pick this up for your collection. And remember, don't let anyone or anything ever stop you from collecting.